don't worry about range. Just whatever like doesn't hurt.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
You're like right there. That doesn't hurt.
Oh, do you want me to squat?
Yeah, just do like a regular, regular squats.
Got it. All right, so.
Yeah. How's that? And what do you feel are some of the limitations?
My hips and like my whole pelvis is tight. I'm the second tightest man on earth.
Behind Chris Bell?
Yes.
It feels just really tight and kind of painful in the hips.
Yeah, but it's not the inner hip. It's more like right around here. The inside doesn't feel so bad. And what I'm doing is I'm like trying to pull myself down into it.
Let's have you do something slightly different. I'm not really worried at all about depth.
Yeah.
And I'm not really worried about weight. So I'm going to take a little weight off there.
Okay.
And my main, you can leave, the 25 is probably fine. You probably need some weight in there. Just try not to curve the back too much, okay? And just go down, maybe go down half as low as you were going before and come back up.
And am I keeping this?
Yep, try to keep that back.
Kyphotic, not lordotic, and then I
Just
send the ass back, or am I going straight down?
Yeah, I would send the butt back a little bit and go right there and back up. Face neutral, neutral face. Calm face, calm eyes. Is there any negative feedback in that process? Hips, knees? If there is, then squat higher still. Find where there's no negative feedback. Yeah, there you go. You can even close your eyes sometimes. It helps go on the inside and really try to learn how to be a maestro, which you already are well versed in that. You get to be a maestro of your own body. When you're a guy that creates and invents the Weck deck, invents the pro pulsers, invents and creates the Bosu ball. You know how to go inward.
That was better.
Yeah.
It
hurt less.
No, what it did was I felt the concentrated effort exactly where I wanted it without any compensatory, oh shit, that hurts.
The problem,
you see what I'm saying?
The problem with most movement, you're 53, 54?
52.
52. The problem with most movement for most of us is that we're always trying to, we're always comparing. Whether he's comparing himself to his former self when he played football when he was a young guy, or whether he's comparing himself to some 30-year-old guy that he sees on Instagram burying 700-pound squats. None of it's really productive. We want to try to figure out like what's going to be most productive, most effective, most efficient for a particular person.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, the best thing for you to do is to have a lot of pain-free effort, a lot of pain-free lifting.
Bingo.
Maybe when you're younger, maybe you go for it here and there because maybe you're trying to keep up with your buddy. And maybe you can make an argument that those competitive edges and those little rivalries keep you going to the gym every day. That makes a lot of sense. But I would say even for people that are young, I think it's important to try to play this game and learn this game in a pain-free zone or a pain-free manner. When I say pain-free, I'm talking about a 3 out of 10 because there probably needs to be some discomfort going on. And I'm also not talking about the leg burn that he's going through right here. That's a different.
I've been squatting this whole time.
Yeah. That's a different process, and that is something that you will have to learn to push through. But pain in the back and pain in the knees, it is abnormal, and we want to try to figure out solutions and ways around these things. So sometimes just limiting the range of motion can be really useful. Sometimes finding a different variable, a different way to squat. So we're on the belt squat. I don't even really use a barbell squat anymore. I can't think of any real reason other than the fact that it's cool as shit for me to squat with a regular barbell. I might get excited to do so again, but the legs, I mean, they're already pretty jacked. I don't know what the lighting we got here. They're already pretty jacked, right? Like they're already in shape. They're plenty strong for the running that I'm doing. So, I don't know what more I need to explore on that end, but I'd rather, look into other ways of squatting. You start to think about other ways of squatting, well, it opens up a whole new thing because now maybe I can squat like this, 1 foot in front of the other, 1 foot back in front of the other, feet in the same position, but now I'm on a belt squat. Now I'm maybe using a leg press, a hack squat, maybe lunges and things of that nature. So find things, if you find things that hurt, you need to explore them and try to figure out why they hurt. So if you go to do a lunge and a lunge hurts in that really low bottom position, that's a good thing to examine and to figure out why does that hurt. However, hang out here for a while, do your lunges high for a while until that starts to feel better, and one day when it feels better, maybe you can start to go a little lower. Progressively overload that, and eventually you'll be able to go lower to the ground. We got coach here popping in on here.
Think of pulling yourself in to increase shin angle, but don't come up at all. If anything, let that go down. And now
pull your body forward.
Pull your body forward. Yes, and go down. Yes! There you go. And then you play with that, and you find it for you.
I felt a lot of pressure in the knees, but it was good, and it was slow.
Okay.
There was like hardly any pressure by pushing back.
Yeah, yeah.
And then there was more and more as I
when
pushed
you
forward.
Pull it in, absolutely.
But I'm not that used to that. I need to get used to it.
Where I'm feeling it when I do it is I'm feeling it in the ankle and the foot. So my objective is.
I need to flex my shin when I'm doing it.
Yeah, well, think of like in the squat, right? You pull yourself down, right? So if you're pulling yourself down, the toes would sort of do that, right? So, because that, up. But I'm blocking out everything in that ankle so that I got absolutely no slack in that instant transmission with that shin angle. Like I want to know exactly where I can put 100% power through it
Forward.
with no delay.
Go out a little bit more with the knees, and then bring them back in a little bit. Bring it back out. Now come back up again. So yeah, kind of play around, and you'll find stuff, and you'll
Now,
oh, that's.
Stick your lower back out, press this out, and now catch it here. You can still pull yourself down in the same pull forward.
Catch the weight in the glute.
Catch the weight in the glute. And I think it is that pressing this out, flattening this, to get under with that glute. That's what it felt like for me.
People give up. People give up their back position so much on squats.
Yeah.
It's never talked about it until Joel Seidman came around.
Yeah, yeah.
He talks about it all the time.
I'm liking his stuff.
He's great.
A lot.
He's innovative. He's smart.
Yes. Well,
most of these sports, they are played high.
Yeah. Well, what I would say,
higher than you think.
What I would say is that everybody's different. Some people, if they eat a peanut, they're dead, and some people can live on sticks, right? So everybody's different. And Ben Patrick with that full range of motion, not under tremendous load, but full range of motion, is
mostly
an amazing,
unloaded,
and it is an amazing success story athletically. I'm not aware of a bigger transformation.
Yeah.
And then the Joel Seidman going 90 degrees, which makes the sense. And for my body, what I feel like is if I'm going to go heavy, I'm 90. If I'm going to go light, I'm all the way, right? So then
if you're going to squat on a slant board, why wouldn't you go all the way?
There you go, right? And if you can go all the way with your body weight and you can get honking strong without hurting your joints over time,
and
seems like that's, if my kids are doing a program, well, hey, kid, maybe you're not going to do, the bodybuilding split that I did when I was 14. Maybe we'll focus on building a better.
It's too late for my son. He's already in. He's already in. He's killing himself.
Well,
yesterday, he's walking around the house like this, and this morning he's even worse.
Yo, dude, Corey.
And I was like, this is my greatest accomplishment.
My son's 13, and he just expressed interest in playing football, and he's taller than me at 13. And Corey Legit, 10-year NFL vet, he's coaching him for
great.
D-end. And just at the track, I figured out another thing that I'm going to try. So Corey's teaching him how to come off the end and corner. Watch this. So if you're the offensive tackle there, and I'm the defensive end here, okay? This is what I'm experimenting with. No, we're going so slow. This is walk through half speed, okay? So if I'm the end and I'm down, I'm coming, right? What I thought is if I take this, so I spear him with my shoulder, right? So just support me. I'm gonna go easy. I'm gonna spear him with my shoulder, and now
and get low.
So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be Clark Kent. I'm gonna be Superman. Yeah. Watch this. Ready?
Come around the edge.
So I'm gonna come and go Clark Kent, boom, Superman, bitch,
and push off the guy.
Yeah, I'm going do it.
Use me as a catapult. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to do that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you'll get right. I'll shove you into the quarterback.
Yeah. Right. So, again, it's a relentless pursuit of better. And when you look like me, God bless you, better be smart. Otherwise, you're going to get beat up.